Hello chosen souls, my name is Hayley and this is Divinity Tarot and Tea. I'll be having a cup of tea during this reading as tarot and tea go so well together. So grab a drink of your choice, get comfy and join me as we spill the tea together on your situation. So I'm going to be doing things differently today. I will not be looking at divine masculine or your current energy. Instead, I want to channel directly from spirit, asking some burning questions of hopefully what everyone is wanting to know. So the first question that comes to mind immediately, Spirit, if you would, what are twin flames? I know this is a big question, a big burning question. We'll see if we can answer it here. The aristocrat. So the aristocrat is someone who is wealthy, someone who is above the others. So this to me is showing me that you are special, that you are chosen, that the twin flames are chosen for a reason, that they're above the others. Also there's a owl in the picture, and owls refer to wisdom, inner knowledge, and that's the wisdom that we are given along the journey on this twin flames journey. So we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse position. So I feel like the Seven of Wands, you know, is seven sticks coming towards the person, and they hold up one stick to fend them off. So I feel like, you know, in response to what are twin flames? Well, they are the one that's holding it together. They are the one, you know, the one in thousands that are holding it together. So we are energy, and yeah, I'm being told that it is our purpose to reconfigure the energy. So it's all done on frequency and vibration. Six of Swords. So Six of Swords shows a boat, you know, moving away from the turbulent waters into the calmer waters, heading towards shore, which is safety. Yeah, that's what I feel like Spirit is telling us, is that twin flames is that, you know, recalibration, that reconfiguration of the energy to bring it into a higher frequency, into a better frequency is what I'm being told. A calmer frequency, the soul frequency. And because we have a shared conscience, a collective conscience, it only takes a few to increase the overall. Five of Wands in the reverse position. Yeah, again, I'm getting that it's that the energy needs rebalancing, needs reharmonizing. It's too crazy at the moment, and that's why we're seeing this massive influx of twin flames at the moment. you know, all around the world, gurus and spiritual people have been astounded by the number of twin flames coming through recently, particularly in the last 20 years. So twin flames have been around forever, since day one, you know, but recently there has been a huge influx of twin flames coming into soul recognition, and they've been coming in waves. So we're currently on the 4th wave in 2024 of these 4 waves that have been coming in the last 20 years. And it's because it's needed because of that crazy, hectic energy. So yeah, if you wondered why, well, that's why Spirit is telling us, because, you know, we have a very special job to do. We have been chosen to reharmonize, readjust, rebalance, recalibrate, reconfigure the energy of the whole. So, my next question would be, why does Divine Masculine run upon soul configuration, or soul recognition, I mean? Why does Divine Masculine run? And it could be, you know, there are no coincidences, so it could have been soul configuration. Resolve. So it's like, it's his promise, it's his duty to do this at that point. If there's one thing that's common to every single twin flame, and that's that you go through separation phases, and it will always be the Divine Masculine that runs. And if you are a couple in which the female is running and the male is the chaser, then that female is actually the Divine Masculine, and that male is actually the Divine Feminine. That's just how it works. It's the energies, not the gender of the people. Although in saying that, in most cases, the gender does match up with the energy. So Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is often about receiving your psychic gifts, coming into that inner knowledge, that inner intuition. It's also about emotions, because it's the cups and there's water surrounding them, and also to do with the inner child. So this is all of those things. So when the Divine Masculine runs, what does it do? It triggers the Divine Feminine straight away into the harshest, most intense, most crazy spiritual awakening you've ever seen. And during that time, she will come into her spiritual knowing, she will come into her spiritual gifts, and she will heal her inner child. So that is what Spirit's telling us, why Divine Masculine has to run. It's to trigger Divine Feminine into all of these things. Justice in reverse. And that's because when we begin, we are out of balance. Our inner Divine Feminine and inner Divine Masculine is out of balance, and it is that recalibrating of those energies. It's about doing the work on the inside first before it comes together on the outside. And it's like there's three different systems. There's your inner divine masculine and divine feminine, which when you're in separation, you'll be doing all of the work on them. But there's your outer divine feminine and divine masculine, which is you and your person. But then there is the greater, the feminine energy of the universe and the masculine energy of the universe. And the work that you are doing in your inner verse is reflected into the outer verse. And that's why we are the chosen ones. That's why we are here to do this work. We are here to recalibrate our inner masculine and feminine polarities, which then reflects to the whole. And like I say, it only takes a few. Seven of Cups in the reverse position. So the Seven of Cups usually refers to many options, many thoughts, many fantasies. And what are thoughts and fantasies? Thoughts and fantasies are all energy, they are manifestations. And, because it's in the reverse, it's about bringing those thoughts and feelings into reality. And we do that by, believe it or not thinking about those things. So, when we manifest, we have to actually leave those thoughts, stop thinking about them in order for them to manifest. So it's a transmutation of energy. And as we know, when we go through that separation, when divine masculine does run, our thoughts overwhelm us. Our thoughts and feelings and fantasies and daydreams overwhelm us. I remember I bought tickets to the theatre and I went and watched this show, and I paid a lot of money for this ticket. And I was like, I just want a few hours where I'm not thinking about him. And I was all, happy to be there at the start of the show, and it's like, good, I can have a reprieve, I can have a rest from thinking about him. Well, that lasted about 10 minutes because one of the actors looked just like him, and that was the rest of the show ruined. I could not focus on the rest of the show, and I was so upset because I was hyper fixated on my person during the whole show, and it was ruined. So, yeah. We all go through this, is what I'm saying. And it's not, I've often thought that there's something wrong because the thoughts are still coming. But that's not what I'm being told. It's the actual transmutation. It's the process of turning it around, which is the part that's required. So we actually learn during the process of separation from our divine masculine how to be alchemists. That's what we're doing. Alchemists of energy. In the old days, so they say, they used to be able to turn base metals into precious metals. And they were called alchemists. Well, we are the alchemists of energy. And we get quite good at it during this process. So, next question. What are the signs coming into union? We have entanglement. So whenever I see this card, I am reminded of the Kundalini, that serpent energy, Shakti Ma, that begins at the base of your spine at your root chakra. That's actually why I wear this ring. This is a jasper ring which relates to Shakti Ma. And it's a red stone because it's the base chakra, the root chakra, where Shakti first is coiled. And then she begins her transition up the spine and out through the crown chakra eventually. So this is about that life force energy. And, you know, we can see that Shakti has gone all the way up in this picture here. We have the Emperor. So the Emperor refers to that awakened masculine. So of course he begins as the wounded masculine. Both twin flames, both of the twin flames are wounded to begin with. Here's the thing, if you haven't been through trauma, then you're not a twin flame. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. All twin flames have been through trauma. Childhood trauma, relationship traumas, karmic cycles. You have to have been through that trauma in order to transmute it and turn it around. It's actually part of the process. So the end result of this process is divine masculine coming into his awakened self. So why do I say divine masculine and not divine feminine? Because divine feminine goes first. Divine feminine goes through her awakening upon soul recognition, upon that first separation. Divine masculine goes last. He's the last bit of the puzzle. So your sign that you're looking for, what you're actually looking for, is a sign that your divine masculine is now awakened. You know, so what is the awakened masculine? He's not going to play games with you. He's not going to run away from you. You know, he's not going to try and manipulate you. He's not going to be with his karmic if that is your situation. Three of Swords reversed. Yeah, it's the end of that painful cycle. It's the end result of all of that trauma throughout the entire life, throughout this entire incarnation, being dealt with, being processed. And that's when you step into that ascension, into that awakening, into that awareness. So yeah, like I say, we begin as the wounded masculine and the wounded feminine, and we can see that. Remember back to the start. You know, clearly you were both in that wounded energy. There was manipulations, there was playing, there was tricks, there was, you know, just a lot of unhealed behavior between the two of you. So that's what you're looking for. You know, when you're looking for that sign of, are you coming into union? Well, not until the divine masculine is showing real signs of being healed. So we have Death in the reverse position. That transformation, you know, that butterfly energy of coming out of that dark, coming out of that trauma, that horrible, nasty energy, and also, you know, what comes of trauma. What comes of trauma is core wounds. And, you know, we have fears of abandonment, fears of rejection. We may be very jealous people. We may be controlling people. We may act very hurt and have walls up. And when you become healed, you begin to shed all of that. So you won't see any of that in your divine masculine when you know that they are fully healed and in their awakening process, or in their awakening. So, just further to that, what are some things we may see right before ascension? Again, no words are not valid. I may have said that for a reason. So what I'm trying to say is, what signs will we see right before coming into union? You know, we're looking for this awakened masculine. So what physical signs might we see right before coming into union? Strength. So something becoming stronger. I'm also seeing blue energy here, which could be communication. Queen of Wands in the reverse position. The feminine will stop chasing. She will completely stop chasing. She will stop trying to flirt, trying to manipulate, trying to chase. There will be none of that. And that's on the 5D as well as the 3D. Two of Wands. You'll have a deep knowing of what you are. You will just absolutely know. All of that doubt that you've had during this process will disappear. You will know that you are a twin flame. You will know that that is your divine masculine. You will no longer have those thoughts of doubt. Yeah, that's where that strength is coming in. So you're holding strong, and also your beliefs are holding strong. 5 of Cups. Your masculine, if he is in a karmic relationship, will leave the karmic. If he's not with a karmic, he will choose to be with you instead of living that bachelor lifestyle. Those are the physical things that you're going to see right before union. And I feel that you will be made aware of it. You might think, oh, how will I know if he's left her? You will be made aware. It's like the Divine Feminine is made aware of everything during this process. If you remember right back to the start, a lot of us didn't even know what twin flames were. I remember, believe it or not, I did not like the idea of twin flames. I was a skeptic. I was like, hell no. Twin flames is absolute BS. It doesn't exist. That is not what this is. Yet, Spirit was relentless. Spirit kept showing me all of these things. Every time I went online, there was something about twin flames. And it got more and more and more, and I kept trying to avoid it. I was like, oh, this twin flames nonsense. Why does this keep coming up? It has nothing to do with that. And it was driving me crazy. And in the end, I went on YouTube and I was just going to listen to some music or something to take my mind off things. And my entire feed on YouTube was twin flames. And I just sat there and I laughed. I'm like, what is this? And so I thought, fine. And I watched one of the videos. And this particular video I watched in detail spoke precisely about my exact situation, to the point where I couldn't deny it. I couldn't repudiate it. So even after that, though, I did try to. I was still skeptical. I was like, well, this thing happened, so I can't be a twin flame. And then I would research that and I'm like, damn, okay, that's actually more evidence that I am a twin flame. Till eventually, you know, the information was so great, the universe was throwing it in my face, that not only could I not deny it anymore, but I was a full believer. I was like, yeah, this is absolutely what it is. I can't deny it any longer. So, yeah, a lot of us not only don't even know what it is, but are skeptical of it. But the universe is relentless in showing this to us. So you may think, you know, why is this information not more out there? Because it's special just to us. And when we are ready, the universe will give it to us. And that's the other thing, is that the universe gives us the correct information when we are ready. You know, the right videos will come along, the right information, the right readers will come into our path because we are now ready for that particular information on our journey. It's amazing how it unfolds. So, in the last position here, I'm trying to think of a last question for Spirit on this situation. What happens when we come into union? You know, what is the ultimate goal here? We've been chosen and we've gone through this process. So what now? What happens when we do come into union? As a lot of us are very close. A lot of the twin flames right now are right on the precipice of coming into union. So what happens when they do? Truth. Wow. So you think of the scale of frequencies. And, you know, right down the bottom, the bottom of the scale of frequencies would be fear. Fear and hate. You know, that's why governments oftentimes will use fear as a tactic to lower the vibration. It's a tactic to, you know, get control over people because it is such a low vibration. So if fear and hate are right at the bottom, and then you have things like jealousy, greed, blame, guilt, you know, that kind of thing. They're all on the lower spectrum of the frequencies. And then in soul frequency, right at the top, you have gratitude, forgiveness, love, and then right at the top, right at the tippy top of the spectrum, you have unconditional love. But then right at the very top, you have unconditional truth. That is the highest of all frequencies. That is enlightenment ascension. You know, that's what that energy is. So wow, you know, I'm getting goosebumps here. The ultimate truth, the ultimate frequency, the highest of all frequencies. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse position. I'm getting the word quickening. So the Knight of Pentacles is that slow, methodical energy. You know, very calculating, very methodical. So in the reverse, it's a speeding up of the energy. And increasing is what I'm getting. Increasing of the energy, and that's what we're doing. We are increasing the vibration, bringing it up to the highest of all vibrations. We are bringing the whole into new earth, into the 5D, into this new way of thinking, into this new way of existing. You know, things that we do on the 3D are different to the way we operate on the 5D. So the 3D is a more denser, harsher, thicker energy, and that's why we have to use physical manual labor to do things on the 3D, whereas in the 5D it's a lighter energy, it's less dense, and so we manifest in a completely different way. We don't manifest things with physical labor, we manifest things with energy. We use our light bodies more than our physical bodies. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so when we come into union, we are that joined energy, we are that oneness, we are that the two that becomes one. We are that harmonized, balanced energy and frequency. So we come into that oneness, and in that oneness we are in that ultimate truth energy, that high vibration, and we are in the 5D. And what we do in our microverse affects, you know, the all, everything. Because it's an energy. The High Priestess. Yeah. It's like when we come together, we now have this role, this duty to teach others. That is what our sole purpose is. We are here to bring up the collective, the whole, to help the others. That's what we're here for. Our duty as twin flames, when we come into union, when we come into that oneness, is to help the others, to lift the others up. So I'm going to finish off with a quick tea leaf reading here. See if we can find something. And I have a tree here, and that's about, you know, we are all connected. Our root systems are all connected together, and we're all striving to lift higher, to get to divine, you know, to have that awakening, to have that illumination, to have that awareness. So I'm going to leave that there, and if you liked that reading, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. And I'm going to do another reading like this at some other point. And if you have a question for Spirit that you would like me to ask, please write it in the comments and I will use those questions in my next reading like this. So I send you all so much love and joy on your path. Take care now. Bye.